Alright, when you hear the gold standard of celebrity relationships, what couple comes to mind? I want you to go ahead and put that in the comments, because that YouTube engagement be good. Anywho, for me, not a lot of relationships come to mind, but I can tell you what's not the gold standard. From Kim Kardashian and her relationship with Kanye West and, their split being very publicized, to Megan Thee Stallion and her relationship, which isn't as much as publicized, but we know about it, to somebody like Will and Jada. I dislike Jada with a passion, but their relationship is a complete mess. But the poo-poo standard for celebrity relationships is Krishan Rock and Blueface. Jesus Christ, oh my god. Blueface is only staying relevant because of his relationship with Krishan. Those two are like a jumbled mess of toxicity that is constantly on the internet, and they refuse to stay away from each other. But on the opposite side of that spectrum, you have people like Jay-Z and Beyonce who are rarely in the news unless they're making money or getting awards. Am I the only one that's like never hears anything about their relationships like online in the current days? Like, bruh, I find that pretty cool. But another person that's on that spectrum is Cordae and Naomi Osaka. I know the video started about hectic relationships, but this video is just about Cordae and the art of staying humble in private.
He said it! He said it!
When I saw the YBN crew for the first time, it looked strange to me, cause it was like, one of these things is not like the other, literally. From his manner of speech to the way he rapped, Cordae was completely different from Almighty J and Namir. And that's something that was noticed by most people in the comments of their videos. Cordae leaving the YBN crew was one of the best things that he's ever done. Cause again, he didn't look right in between those two. Cordae looked like a complete anomaly with his rapping ability and the way he talked and just portrayed himself. When Cordae left the YBN crew, he said that he didn't have any animosity towards any of the other two guys. He just left amicably and just went off to do his own thing. Even though he did leave the YBN crew, he has never spoken bad about those two guys. He's always acknowledged that, hey, they will always be part of his history. They were the people that he came up with. So he never had anything bad to say about those two. Cordae left the YBN crew and proved that you can become a successful artist without having to be in the media about some random drama. I've always respected and admired Cordae for staying quiet and being humble. Cordae let his rapping ability and his music speak for him. He is now a double Grammy nominated artist, and nobody can take that from him because he's made the accomplishments. He's stayed quiet. He's just let his music talk, which is something not a lot of artists can just do. People like 6ix9ine, Lil Pump, and Smoke Perp, they needed the media to, push themselves. They were gimmicks. They want to be constantly be talked about for their music to be listened to, while Cordae is just doing his own thing quietly in the background and still getting success. Another thing I like Cordae is his stance on jewelry. Cordae said that before you could successfully and, comfortably afford a $100,000 Cuban, you need at least $30 million.
Like $100,000 Cuban. You got it. Somewhere.
Like a Cuban?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't.
You got it somewhere.
No, because it doesn't. If you
big
talk,
pinky ring.
Look, if you talk with any actual accountant or person that is an expert in finances, they're going to tell you, okay, how much money you really have to buy a $100,000 Cuban to really be able to actually afford it in a knowledgeable and smart way. They're going to be like, you need to have 30 million before you can really buy this $100,000 Cuban. Okay, does that make sense in my mind? Because especially in the industry, we don't have a 401k, we don't have no retirement plan. Even NBA players, they got some sort of protection in their contract.
A lot of artists that are coming up and popping in the game right now wouldn't listen to that advice. Man, the first thing any artist does the moment they get any bit of clout or money is go buy jewelry and a whole bunch of chains. For example, the Island Boys. Cool, you had a couple of $1 million, but that doesn't mean that you should be spending it on chains. Go find somebody who could help you invest that into some sort of property or any other thing that will continuously make you money even if you stop making music. You can find you 100 random pictures of Cordae and you won't see any type of jewelry on him. Cordae is a rapper who is very mature for his age, and I feel like the people he takes after are what shaped them to be like that. Look at J. Cole. You rarely see this man wearing jewelry. Those type of people know that your hard-earned money is best spent in other avenues than jewelry. I feel like a lot of upcoming artists could could learn a lot from Cordae. You don't have to be a lyricist like he is. Doesn't matter what type of music you make. There is some merit in keeping private and not putting everything out there. Some people, the moment anything happens, the first thing they alert is the internet instead of the police. They're like, the crime will happen and they'll go and ask Twitter what to do before they go to the police, which makes no sense to me. In terms of relationship, I feel like Cordae is taking in the footsteps of some of the greats like Kendrick Lamar, who you barely hear anything about his relationship, or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, bro, you never hear anything about those two unless it's like them making money or getting a dumb amount of awards. Like, bro, that is so cool to me, bro. I'm so much more intrigued by their relationship than something like Blueface and Krishan, who are beating each other up every other day. Like, bro, we barely saw Blue Ivy in the media until she was like 14. It's crazy how more celebrities aren't following in their footsteps and staying private. And that's why I like Cordae and Naomi Osaka's relationship. It's private. They're not putting everything that happens about their relationship out there. They're not going on Twitter about every single problem they have with each other, which you think would be the norm, but it's not. Like, bro, every time I open Instagram, I see on the shade room somebody's getting divorced over something. Cordae should be used as an example on why staying humble and keeping your relationship private is one of the best ways to go when being a celebrity. He does what he needs to do, lets his art talk, instead of using clout to get people to listen. I'm not saying you should be completely radio silent or isolated and that stuff. I'm just saying there are some things that you should keep to yourself and off the internet. Anywho, this is the end of the video, bro. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye.